Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. It looks like you can hear me. Will you be able to hear the... Yeah, you can even hear the game. Cool. Well, game is kind of a stretch. We are in Grand Theft Auto 5, but we are in Rockstar Editor. I have been doing a new garage tour series. Um, I hope it becomes more popular than it currently is, but regardless, I've been having a lot of fun doing it. Just going through my collection of over 500, nearly 600 vehicles in GTA Online, worth nearly $1 billion in that game, which is just absurd. And going through it by manufacturer, sometimes people join me when I record. And record, I have in air quotes. Can't see me make the air quotes because I have the cam off. And yes, it's totally really me. That is an actual photo of me in the top right hand corner. But the way Rockstar Editor works with GTA is it doesn't actually record one for one video, because then you couldn't take that in doing and do what I do, which is, you know, it's like, this is game footage. This angle right here, this is game footage. But then, boom, I could change angles and zoom and all this other stuff. And just capture what I want and how I want it. And the way the game does that is, instead of recording video when you tell it to record, it's recording data points. What was there, where it was, the coordinates, how it was angled, you know, X, Y, Z, all that good stuff, colors, liveries, clothing options, and just everything about a scene that is currently that was in relevance. I can show you how big that relevance is. If I try to come up way high here, we'll eventually hit the top of it. Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see it's not a huge area that it's recording data points for. There is stuff that it records outside of that, but not very far. So like that car that's driving by will continue driving by and go off to somewhere. If we resume the video, you can see that it's there, but it's not rendered in with a whole lot of detail. There is stuff happening in the background, but not the whole world is active, which is what you would expect. But the cool thing is, it does let me get some really cool shots. Downside is, well, two downsides. When I'm actually recording, that's what I do. I stand around in one location with it recording for like 2 minutes at a time, and then I move to the other side, record for like 2 more minutes, and then move on to the next car. It's incredibly boring. And then I come here into Rockstar Editor with those recordings, and I actually start capturing, editing some scenes. You can see on this particular car here, just some things that I've already done. I will show those to you. By the way, hello, Twitch. How's it going? I know it's been like 4 months since I've streamed. So see, like, I was able to get like that really cool shot with Rockstar Editor, and then of course once I get outside of that red circle that we saw, it's just like, yeah, I can't do that anymore. So that was like one clip that I recorded, and then this is me standing to the left-hand side of the car and just some different panning shots that I'll use in the video. Of course, I edit these apart into their own little thing. They're usually all about 5 seconds each. Not that there's any magic reason, special reason for 5 seconds. It's just, I know if I make them all 5 seconds exactly, the pan shots, I know at about what speed the camera is going to be panning based upon how far I move it. That's why some of them move faster, some of them move slower, because I'm covering more distance in that same 5 seconds. So just using a 5 second standard just helps me know what I'm going to be getting for a shot even before I start moving the camera around. So it helps me a great deal. And you can see it's just a bunch of this. Me going through, taking the footage, and coming up with interesting ways to view the car that isn't just the same shots over and over and over again for a dozen cars in one video. And it gets very challenging to come up with unique stuff for each and every one. Like very, very, very challenging. But uh, the downside is it can also lead to me kind of getting like tunnel vision and getting really sleepy when I'm doing it. Because a lot of it is just trying to hit that exact 5 seconds. It's not easy to get these markers at the exact 5 second breaks, as you'll see in just a few minutes. But also, it's I have to go back and rewatch it. Like, so I set up a scene and then I go and I look. Do I like that scene? Is it something that I'm happy with? Is this something I'm going to be able to use? And ultimately, I wind up with, like any video that I make, way more footage than I'm actually going to use in the video. Um, so yeah, it just kind of works out that way. It's just I'd rather have too much and have things to choose from than not enough and have to go back in and re-get it. God, I love the reflections the way the ray tracing reflections work now. Absolutely beautiful. Makes me so excited for GTA 6. I think this is just like one quick interior shot on this one. I should shorten it, but I probably won't. I think I go like to the other side and then rev the engine or something. Thought, yeah. I wanted to get a shot of the exhaust and the tachometer. And so that's what this shot is about. By the way, can you guys hear me? Um, OBS says you can hear me, so I'm assuming you can hear me. But without having a face cam up, I don't have people knowing that I'm talking if there's not audio. You can hear me. Hi, Hobo. I wondered who was out there. So yeah, this is what I'm doing tonight. I'm tired. I've already played a lot of GTA today, earning some money, and I want to get a lot of this knocked out. And if I stream it, I'll be more motivated to get it done. But that's why I'm streaming it. By the way, hi. Yes, by the way, hi. So we got this is probably gonna be like the outro shot for the car. Just panning away, fountain, other supercars and sports cars. Well, another sports car, supercar in the background. I honestly think I have enough shots for this car. Can we maybe change that depth of field back? Is there not just a quick reset on that? There's not. Oof. Yeah, I would do this with mouse and keyboard, but it's just as slow. Like I can't just click up in that wheel and type or in that intensity and type the number I want. It's just the way it works. 66 is usually a nice, good number. Um, we don't have a whole lot of the car from this side, mainly because the other side has better light on it right now. But I kind of am digging the reflections. Oh, and yeah, you can go in with Rockstar Editor and like make it look at a specific target, move with a different target, blend. You can change all kinds of different shake type effects and their intensity. And then there's all kinds of depth of field options. There's effect options, which, yeah, that's definitely black. But you know, like some of the effects that you see on things in game, you can even get like a nice CRT scan thing going, and then like that's obviously way too intense. But if you bump it down, you can get some cool retro looking stuff. Um, I usually find that this one like 30 to 40% is a good amount of CRT goodness. See that has the effect of CRT without being as obnoxious as it was. And if I want to add in a vignette, which I keep forgetting to do, I need to do those more often because they do really help you focus on the car. It's subtle, like you can see the vignette effect is very subtle around the edges. Um, Even at like its max, it's still not super dark. But yeah, you have to go through and do that for all of those. And now I don't want those, so I'm going to delete that anchor point, and they're gone. I really need to remember to do the vignette. I did it on the first two videos, and then or the first video, and then I forgot on the second. I need to remember to do that. I may go back and add that into the cars I've already edited today. So, what would be? What if we did like? Okay, Yeah, go back and change the depth of field again. Actually, let's just go. Find that keeps the same percentage inherited. Nice. Nice. Better. Make sure my audio is still at camera. It is. And depth of field, or not depth of field, but camera shake is where I want it. So maybe if we do like top down shot, a little tighter in. And then this is where I'm going to turn off the overlay for a second if I can remember how to do that. Oop, there. Up at the top right hand corner, you can see the time. And as I move it out, you can see where I wind up at the timeline. So if I want an exact 5-second clip, I've got to go out to 1508, but there is no easy way to get there. I literally just have to come up here to close to it and then start tapping left and right on the controller until I manage to land on it just right and hope that I don't there. Hope that I don't keep clicking even after I've landed on it. I have done that many times. And then this is the end shot for this scene, and I want it to be just right alongside the car. And I want the car to pretty much fill the shot here. To the right a little bit. Yeah, and then I go back to where we start. And linear and smooth, there's not much difference between them, but it lets you blend between the location of the two cameras. Magic. It's a pretty impressive tool, to be honest, that it can take just the data from what was happening in game and then let you come in and with the game rendering it in real time, let you change angles and add effects and all kinds of stuff. It's kind of impressive that this is. So Rockstar Editor didn't come out on the 360. Did it come out on new gen consoles? Is that when they added it? Can't remember. It's always been a PC thing. So ever since there's been PC, there's been Rockstar Editor, and there was even a version of it back like on GTA 4. That is like my very first YouTube video ever. Well, not my very first, but my very first public one, I think. So yeah, I think we've got just about all the shots we need of this car. I'm wondering if maybe just like we get like some J.J. Abrams lens flare going on here. If I get the camera at just the right angle, yeah, we're starting to get some. Okay, if I go up a little bit, so this, like we've got a little bit. Like I can't even show you what the. Oh, yeah, I can. We got a little bit of lens flare right there. You can get it to recreate those stuff, and it's a whole lot easier now that we have ray tracing. There's the stuff. Can I? How can I get that lens flare, but get a better shot of the car? If I go up, see, I immediately lose it. I wouldn't mind having, a little lens flare in here. But if we do like a way low down shot here. There it is. There's the stuff. So we could like have it start off like back here. Like about there. Yeah, look at that. We've got God rays and lens flare. It's beautiful. So now I need to turn my overlay back on just in case there's like an alert or something that comes through. Not that I'm expecting it because I never stream anymore, so nobody watches. Not that the two of you watching are nobodies. You know what I mean? The numbers I used to have. So I need to go to 2313, there's 2320 and 2314, 16, 9, 17, 11, 18, 11, 19, 11, 18, 11. Okay, let's try it the other way. It literally is just, you can't, there, got it. You cannot give precise numbers with Rockstar Editor. It's very frustrating. How did I? There they are. Let's make them a little more pronounced here. There. It might be a little too much. It's there. I like. Okay, so my depth of field is good on this shot. It's all right on that one too. So we just need to turn on blend, and then it doesn't render. Really? Where'd my lens flare go? Oh, there it is. It's there. Okay. So, but as soon there, it's back. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes me pretty happy. Let's just see if we can't get a little bit here on the end there. There we go. Yeah, that makes me happy. I don't know why it makes me happy. It just does. But yeah, I think we're about done with this car. The nice thing is this was recorded in a race. You can't tell it's a race because, well, there's nothing race happening, but it was done in a race. I wish I could get like all the way back here at this fountain. That would be so cool. To just like look down into the courtyard and have that perfectly framed in front of the door like that. Then again, my character's just sitting there like an idiot, so probably not the best shot. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything else I need to do with this car. I think I've got enough. So what I'm going to do is just grab the end playhead and just shorten that all up. And that way I don't have to sit through a bunch of stuff. Normally what I would do after I get done with all of these clips is from the main menu, you can preview full screen and it just plays all your edits, and then you can hide the interface. And I'll just hit record on OBS and let it record all this footage. Obviously, I can't do that right now because I'm streaming. I could record it, but it'd be really difficult to do. And it would probably result in compromised bit rate, so I'm not going to do it. But this, I record this, and then I import this footage that I record in OBS into Adobe, and then I chop it up and put it where I need it to be. This does have an export function, however, it's just 1080p. And even with a high bit rate, it still looks pretty garbage. So I don't export here. I do need to get some under the hood shots. However, on this car, a little challenging because of how little that hood actually opens. So, yes, I have to go through and set all of this stuff every time. You can copy it and paste it, but you can only copy and paste one thing. So, no real point. And you can't copy paste depth of field and all that. So I've got in the habit of just resetting them. So there's like no real good way to look at the engine here because of where the hood is. I guess could be like get it through here. No, that's dumb. Plus, it's not very well rendered out from that angle because they weren't expecting anybody to look at it. It's just I don't think there's a good shot of this engine to be had. So I'm gonna do the best with what I have here and just do something like this, I think. Not even gonna worry about it being 5 seconds. This is just gonna be a static shot. The engine shots usually are. In fact, I'm just gonna grab that playhead and bring it back. So that was 2, that's 12. Perfect, 10 seconds of an engine. Cool. So since I am not actually exporting these right now, I need to save the names of them. What's that car called? The SM 722, Sterling Martin 722. Yeah. I need to also alt tab so you may not see anything on video for a minute. I need to see my script so that I know what I'm saying about the cars, because that informs a little bit about what I do in the editor. There, cool. So now when I come back in, whoops, gotta exit all the way back out. Now when I come back in, I can just load SM722. These first five, well, first four, that's just duplicate. These first four are already done. I've already recorded them with OBS, so there's nothing new to do. So up next is the Feltzer. So we have to go and find the Feltzer clips, and it's cool. It shows you what clips you've already used. I had to re-record the SM722 today because I just liked the footage I had. It was raining when I recorded it, so I tried parking it underneath a little breezeway at that mansion, and it just left me no room to do anything with the camera. This is all the stuff we recorded over the past couple weeks of all the different benefactors, and I now need to find the Feltzer. Thankfully, I usually record them in order, so... Wait, did I not record Feltzer footage? Did I really not record Feltzer footage? No, I did. It was... We just did it. This pat... So it should be up here towards the top. Ah, this is the Feltzer footage. Okay. All right. That's right. I remember we made like a little car show scene out of it. So that is 002 ads coming in 5 minutes. I will try to pay attention to that and not do a whole lot. So that's clip 02. I want to add 3. Or did I add 5? See, this is my brain just shuts down. I do this. So much of it's just boring stuff. Okay, so 6 and 7 is a different car. So I've got a handful of clips. We are going to save this project as Feltzer. I was hoping to get into a lobby and get just a quick scene of a ton of Feltzers driving by, because I make mention in the script of the Feltzer being a ubiquitous car in traffic. And so, but it was dark when I got on to do it, and luck would have it, Feltzers were spawning everywhere in the lobby. As soon as I had enough daylight, they all vanished. Every one of them. Didn't see another Feltzer the rest of that day. So mad. I was just like, damn it. But I still need to like try to get into a lobby at some point and try to find Feltzers. Also, I want to go look at one thing real quick. When we were recording, not this photographer right here in front of me, but this other photographer over here by Hobo had no camera. Yeah. He has a camera for me, but the reflections apparently only apply to his face. Boy, that's weird. Wow, it makes him look like he's in like a wax museum. Also, his camera is merging through this car spoiler, isn't it? Nope, just a bit of clearance. What would you be taking a picture of like that, sir? Let's see if we can get inside the camera here. Okay. Wow. Okay, I never realized that the cameras of GTA had that much detail. HDR, face recognition. I love that it's anti-demonize. And at the very bottom, there's the hipster filter. I love it. That's great. Who knew? Anyways, so I want to go through this camera. I can't. It is an object I cannot penetrate with my camera, which is weird. I can go right through a car. I can't go through a camera. Okay, can I get close to where this camera is? Just want to see what he's taking a picture of. Yeah, I can't really tell. Anyway, Can I go through your camera? No, I'm just curious. Can I go through cameras at all? No. I can walk right through a car. No big deal. I come in here. I can see what the engine's doing. I can just go wherever I want in a car. Want to go through the radiator fan? No big deal. Just pass right through. You know what? I'm curious what time it is in the lobby because I'm almost wanting to go. Uh, GTA lens tells me the weather, but it also tells me what time it is in the lobby. It's nighttime currently in the lobby. Okay. Excuse me. So I always go about 2 seconds in, and the reason being is when I press play, if you listen to the game, it does that whoosh. It's really quiet, but the way the audio fades in, and we just saw a weird artifact of Rockstar earlier, but the way the audio fades in, I need to have like that 2 seconds, and that's where I actually start my scene. If I don't, the audio sounds weird in the video. But yeah, so see the wheels changing, even though the car is sitting still. It's just a strange artifact of Rockstar Editor. I don't know what causes it. I've had some instances where like fenders come off of cars and start slowly levitating off into space or down into the ground, just slowly sink down to the ground. I've had steering wheels move, like just all kinds of crazy stuff. There we go. Oh, I just realized I talked all through the ad break. My bad. So, anyways, I'm going to try to keep an eye on in-game time and see if I can get lucky and get a lobby of Feltzers. What do we want to do here with this car? A lot of times I'll just kind of look around at the scene and see what I have. What I'd like to really try to do, how far can I go this way? That's good. I'm good with that. I'd kind of like to get this as high as I can go. It's not really as far back as I'd like to go, though. And then bring this down. So I need it's 146. Let's actually move that over a little bit. There we go. Let's see. Do I ever get out of the... Am I just going to stand there the whole time? Oh, ad break. I will sit here and do nothing. I don't really have any subscribers anymore, so the odds of you watching an ad right now are very, very high. do I really not ever get out of the way on this one? Maybe I'll come back and get this shot later. The donkey's just walking around, just looking like an NPC. It's perfect. Yeah, I'll have to come back and get this shot later if I remember. Ads and in 42 seconds. Cool. Edit. So I think what we'll do instead is get down here with the photographer. All right. All right, ads should be over. So one of the weird things that sometimes happens is the depth of field doesn't really always know what you're trying to focus on. Like it's supposed to be where that square is in the middle. That should be your focus. And I guess for the most part, it has it. But I think the car's a little too blurry. I kind of want to come out to the side here. Um, so what I can do is mess with the depth of field. And that's why I like using custom, because it lets me change some things. So like if I bump this, if I bring this in, you can very slowly see it starting to get, the focal point is starting to get closer and closer to the camera. And then if I get like the middle of the car, like I'm looking at the side view mirror, see when it's at about the clearest, and it looks like right about there. And then I can bring down the effect strength, and that should give me the whole car in focus. Yeah. And while the foreground is still kind of blurry. I don't like that the trailer is really focused. Zach, what's up? And this is just going to be a shot from here, basically showing that the photographer is taking pictures of the car. So nothing terribly exciting on that. But then I need to go back in the depth of field and set that back to automatic and bump that back up to 66%. I know it's been forever since I've streamed, hasn't it? Like literally 4 months. I just haven't had the motivation to do it. It's hard to explain, but I just have not had any motivation to stream whatsoever. Let's get. I'm looking at my script here. A lot of it, I talk about the noises and all that. We're not really going to have the noises, but we're going to be talking about the front splitter, the body kit, rear diffuser. So some of those shots would be good. So we can get like an up close shot here of the diffuser. Actually, let's start up. Let's try to get the whole car in the shot, spoiler and all. So, whoop, whoop. Doing this with the controller is difficult. Doing it with a mouse is even more difficult. The controls are just fiddly. You feel old lady is officially 6 months. Wow. It's getting old. She's not going to be a puppy much longer. Though I still call my cat Kitten, and she's 4. Her specialist in Northwest Arkansas laughed when I said, well, she's getting up there. And she's like, dude, she's 4. Those were his exact words. Dude, she's 4. So we're at 941. I need to go to 1441. And got close to 40. 48, 45, 43. What? 41. I know you guys can't see the timestamps in the top right. There we go. And then we're just going to bring this down. Do I like Mustangs? They're all right. I mean, like, I don't dislike them, but it's never been like a car I'm like, oh my God, it's Mustang. You know, I respect Mustangs for what they are. And for what they did for muscle cars and accessibility and just making that whole, you know, fastback sports coupe thing. Raisins, what's up? So if I play this, this will pan from this down to that lower. Yeah, there we go. That's the stuff, even if the wheels are going to act possessed. There's nothing I can do about those wheels doing that. I've given up trying to find shots where they don't. Because for some cars, they do it constantly. There's one car in the Annis video, the ZR350, whatever the Yada-ish car is. Car just shakes through the whole video. It's just so bad. Oh, did you get a Mustang? You say I can't show chat because my camera's on. I'm not turning them on either. That is definitely the inside of a Mustang. Oh, there's the outside of it too. Ooh, red, very red. Very nice, man. What year is that? That's like a brand new Mustang, isn't it? It's been a weekend. Went to Providence Dominion and just spent an hour playing with your 4-year-old niece. Oof. I spent an hour playing with my 4-year-old cat earlier. Does that count? 2025. Congrats, man. That's really cool. It's a nice color too. I really dig that. I dig that red. We need here's the body kit shot, isn't it? Yeah. If I do like, it's all right if my character's in the frame somewhere. But if I do, man, I've had this car for a while. That's a B72 Mo license plate right there. She's a delightful handful. Yeah, if I do like the car just to the edge here, that I think that shows off the wide body kit nice, doesn't it? Or should I go more like a top down shot and then pan to the side? Oh, I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. But I can't get super close because when it pans down, it'll do weird. So I'm gonna do about 5 seconds, which will be 21:23. Um, got it. That was quicker than normal. And then if I come down like, see if I do it from here. Yeah, we should do this from the back of the car, not the front. There we go. That way we can see the vents and everything that's in there. I think that'll be better. I'm just trying to fiddle with the camera to get the car lined up the way I want it. There we go. Okay, cool. But I've already got military markers in place, so I can just skip over to that one, and then yeah. So I wanna see like those are some prominent vents. Yes, very very in your face. For certain. I'm trying to get both of them, but this vent's just dark. It's just the void up there. So I don't think there's ever gonna be. I'll drop your phone in there, right? Um, so if I do something like that, I think that's kind of showing it off. And then if I that molten magenta metallic, I love the names that car companies come up with for cars. The blue on my car is something called like something like shockingly blue or something like no, it's just blue. It doesn't need molten magenta metallic. It cracks me up. Yes, I like this shot. Ah, cinema. Look at that. Shooting star. Yeah, exactly. All right, what time is it in lobby? Okay, we're gonna jump out of here for just a minute. Um, even though I just said it saved. We are gonna go online real fast. I just want to go lobby hopping for a minute to see if I can find a lobby that has a bunch of that car driving around in traffic. If I can, it'll help me prove a point that I talk about. Do you remember I had a beige Chevy Lumina and they called it champagne green? One, there was nothing ever green about it. I wish GTA 5 had crossplay too, man. I really do. I'm just gonna do invite sessions because they're faster. I'm not gonna be in that long. I'm not gonna be in here to play. I'm just gonna see if we can get a certain car to spawn. I mean, GTA 5 looks amazing on PC now with all the ray tracing. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Um, I just I can't wait to see what GTA 6 is gonna look like when it hits PC.
Some wheels? I can bring them around.
I really cannot wait. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, right there's Feltzer. I don't know why I'm getting my Feltzer out. It doesn't really matter. I even changed my shirt to record these videos, even though I'm very rarely in there. I have the benefactor logo. See? Oh, turn around. Turn around. Benefactor logo on the shirt. Benefactor logo on the car. Shirt. Car. Shirt. Car. Look at me. Attention to details. Just call me Scorsese. GTA still does not like OBS. It's being a little jerky here. Of course, I have this game cranked to ultra. So, yeah, what you're seeing, the herky-jerkiness, that is not just a Twitch thing. That is not just an OBS. No, that is actually what my game is doing. Because my GPU is probably like calling an abuse hotline right now. I'm asking a bit much of it. All right, we've got Comets as our sports car at the moment, but let's go down where you normally see like a lot of Feltzers. Whoop, car crash. They're fine. There we go. We don't have to exchange information if they're alive, right? And if they were dead, we wouldn't have to exchange information either. They're dead. So, no Feltzers, but what we're going to do is park right here. This fountain. Ooh, I need to remember this for a recording location. Great. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that fountain's making lovely, bubbly fountain noises. I am going to go into preferences, and I'm going to change my spawn location to that, and then we're going to lobby hop. I'm not going to do this very long. I'm not that sold on like a 2-second bit for the video. I did choose invite only, didn't I? I hope so. I'm thinking I didn't, as long as it's sticky. I think I chose public lobby. I wasn't really paying attention. I had to have chosen public lobby. They never take this on crew or invite or solo. Is solo even a thing anymore? I don't think it is. Yeah, I chose public. Quick glance. Oh, and of course, the car I want is spawning. Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky and have it again in the new lobby. I just want to get it, because I mentioned in the video that this car spawns all the time in traffic. And then every time I've tried to go and record and prove that, it doesn't spawn a lot. Of course, lobby I was just in, there's mine, but this intersection is good for them. I thought I heard one. They have a very distinct engine note. Oh, GTA Online is not like OBS. Okay, we're just gonna do this a few times. Find new session, we'll go group. I'm sad that the public lobby was the one that had them. No way, I'm gonna sit there and try to record video in a public lobby. All right, there's mine again. We do have different cars, but we're back to the set of cars that we had. Ooh, Taco Van. I think that we had earlier. That dude works at Life Invader? Really? I don't know, he just doesn't look like the Life Invader set to me. Is he gonna walk up there? Yeah, sure enough. Anyways, got distracted. Feltzers. Let's drive for just a minute. It used to be back in the day, and this has not been true since 360 and the first PlayStation era version of the game. There's a lot of cars up here. That if you got a car out and then drove into a new neighborhood in the game, that car, if it was a car that could spawn in traffic, it would start spawning in traffic. The reason that happened, it was one of the ways that they helped preserve memory. One less car model to have to spawn in. So if you were trying to find a specific car in traffic and you had a friend who had one, if they got it out, chances were it was going to start spawning. That is no longer true, unfortunately, for what I need to accomplish tonight. All right, so we will try again. I'll do this like 4 more times. And I'll give up for today. The SUV changed. That's in compacts, that's in compacts. That's a coupe. Yeah, this car is one you see in traffic fairly often. But as you can kind of tell just by looking around traffic, like if you actually pay attention to the car models, it's like Cavalcade, 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 Blista, Prairie, Prairie, Zion over there, Carbonizer over there, Emperor, there's another Prairie, there's another Emperor, there's another Emperor, there's another Prairie. So it's just a limited number of cars that are in traffic at any given time. Which they said when they announced GTA Enhanced that there was going to be more diversity in traffic. And while that is true in story mode, it's far more diverse now. Online still has the old boring spawn sets. All right, 3 more times. Find your session. We'll go back to crew. Online also, they never replaced all like the story mode props. Like there's road signs and barriers and cones, traffic cones and stuff that kind of add to the life of the place that just aren't in online. At least we finally have animals. I know you don't see any now, but if I look up, there's probably birds flying somewhere. Oh, make a liar out of me, game. Alright, so we still have the Ballista, but we now have the Tornado. We have the Habanero, the Rakoto, the Rapid GT. It's kind of always hard to tell between that and Exemplar because they look very, very similar. One's 2-door, one's 4-door. Stanier. So it looks like our... No, that's a coupe. I don't see a sports car out right now. Interesting. This isn't sports, right? Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, they do. They try. I just got that guy. I was turning to look at chat and had a car crash. Come on, game. Treat me right, please. Ooh. Okay. All right, promising, because there's one parked over there. So the chances of them beginning to spawn are not bad. What I'll do is, if I have to piece together a lot of little clips of them just parked up places, I will. But we actually have one that spawned parked. I really want one in traffic. And this is usually the end of the strip that they'll start spawning on. I like traffic watching too. I actually really like in my garage tour videos, like the little intermission that I do is just an entire in-game day sped up to like 40 seconds long. So 48 minutes and 40 seconds. It's just to watch the traffic stream by. Because I like doing it in real life too. My house in Missouri was right on a main, basically almost an arterial. Like it got a lot of traffic. And I would sit there sometimes in my office with the blinds open and just look out to the street because it was just right there. Didn't have a fence or anything. And just watch cars go by. All right, so the 9F is what's popping up instead. So we got the 1 parked, and that's it. That's so very frustrating. Let's go check Vinewood Boulevard. We have an Escalade or cavalcade just reversing down the street. Some things in game are very much just like real life. But I think my propensity for car watching is why I've been having so much fun with these garage tour videos. Ad break starts in 5 minutes. Cause I just get to go through my collection of cars and just look at them. Just take them in, enjoy them. And it really did only give me that one parked in traffic. Not even up there where there's usually a few parked. That's what a major disappointment. Okay, 2 more tries. We're gonna try 2 more times. We're gonna freak those people out. You're watching. Yeah, usually when you want something, they don't spawn. It's usually the way it goes in this game. Oh, oh, oh! We have 2. That's a good sign.
Excuse me.
You're excused. Oh, come on. Please have a whole bunch of them pass by. Please, 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 right now. All right, is that another one up there? No. I guess they're waiting on the red light. There we go. Come on. Give me some more going by this same intersection. I'm just going to sit right here. Like looking for clay. Yeah, pretty much. Also, you notice the little spinny circle in the bottom counting down the recording. Sometimes that goes really fast. And it's like, only takes like 30 seconds to fill up. Other times, that'll take 2 or 3 minutes to fill up. And I've yet to figure out what the difference is. It seems to go faster when I'm close to a building. So I don't know if it's because the insides of buildings aren't rendered out, if that has something to do with it. Ooh, an Inverness. All right. We had 2. Let's go down here. Let's see if we get lucky. Normally there's like when you see 1, you see just a ton of them. But it's the same results I had the other day, except the other day they were spawning. They were everywhere, but it was nighttime. So I waited right up here on top of this parking garage, watching them drive by repeatedly. Dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of them. As soon as it had enough daylight to record, they vanished. Just vanished. And I was very sad, Brandon. All right, so let's go back to this corner. We're going to go up the street a little bit and park, and we're going to do the lobby hop again. Park in the shade. There's some repeats. Wait, what am I in right now? I am in an invite, so let's try crew lobby again. I don't think there's really that much of a difference, to be honest. But it does force a reload of the car model set every time you change lobbies. Unless you join in the public lobby, and then you just get what was already loaded in the public lobby. All right, I already see some differences. We have penumbras. We have tornadoes again. We have penumbras and, what the hell did that guy just do? Dude must be drunk. Did you see that? It just drove up on the curb, drove back, or the median, and drove back off. We got minis. So it's slightly altered our set. I mean, I ran a red light. I deserve that. Striking out once again. This car has such a distinctive engine sound. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Boop, boop. We're fine. We're fine. All right, we're up to our final one. We gotta get the biker. It's just, ooh, wow, he didn't go flying like they usually do. Okay. Nice handbrake turn. Well executed, like a pro. I'm gonna go park where we were, where we got the 2 to spawn last time. Last. They're both pissed at me. Ad break. Doggone it. An ad break cut into most of that. That's so sad. That was quite entertaining. All right. Did I get lucky? Don't think so. A BJ. Everybody wants BJ. That's an extra large BJ. BJ XL. Waiting for the ad break to end. 34 more seconds. Oh, hey, you got a little close there, pal. I mean, I'm not parked illegally or anything, but, you know. They're a different SUV this time. A lot of cars coming from up there. Not a whole lot coming from that way, despite the number. They must be turning at the light there. All right, 5 more seconds and the ad break is over. Go take a peek. There we go. Ad break over. We will head back down, do one more pass of the strip, and then get back to editing if we don't get what we need here. And I'll try again another day. Or not. If it gets to where I need to start actually cutting the video together, then screw it. I'm not going to worry about it. It is literally just one little passing line about them being ubiquitous. Anybody who's played GTA knows what I'm talking about. I would just like to have it there visually. And if you're wondering why I'm just driving up and down the same small area, it's because this is where you see them most often. They can be anywhere, but this is just where you run into them most often. Also running out of daylight. Alright, I know I said that was the last one, but since we are almost out of daylight, I'm going to make this next one the last one. I didn't hit you. She's going to run away. Visual is worth a bunch of words. It really is. So you get it. You understand why. It's the little details that are important to me. I see 9Fs. Yep. The sports car is currently the 9F. I like that one though. That one looks nice. Oh well. I will have to try again another day. Rockstar just did not even try to hide that they're copying real life cars, did they? Like, when you look closely, okay, you just hop that car. When you look closely, there's clearly differences, but man, and yeah, like exactly, and like there's a Hummer over there, there's an older Range Rover, there goes Escalades, there's an old Camaro. You know, it's so clear what they're copying. Thank you. All right, back to start mode. Because you cannot go straight into Rockstar Editor from online. You can't even go, excuse me, straight into Rockstar Editor from the main menu. You have to go into story mode first. Why? Who knows? All right, so what was the last clip we did? The wide body shot. So I need to get a nice good shot of that splitter in the back. But it's away from the daylight. What if I did that? That shows the carbon fiber. Yeah, that's our shot. Really nice low shot. And it'll just be a static shot because it'll get the wheel, the spoiler, and the exhaust, and the splitter. Diffuser, sorry, diffuser. So I'm not going to worry about it being exactly 5 seconds because we're not doing any motion. And then I don't remember the shots I've already lined up. So is this the first clip? It is. I just want to review what I've done so far. So we've got the photographer shot. The front fender with wheels being weird. The wide body shot. And then the one we just did. Okay. And that's probably all I'm going to get out of this one. Yeah? I might be able to get one more. So let's do classic side pan here. We will start angled in a little bit, just above the wheel. Go out 5 seconds, which will be 34.89 on the timeline, which you can't see. Oh, 34.88. Come on, give me 89. I wish I could just type in a number up there. That made my life so much easier. For those of you who weren't here earlier when I shut it off, just behind where it's totally really me, there's a lot of timestamp information. There, got it. And we'll come to here. Oh, excuse me. I am actually sleepy. That's why I keep yawning. Normally, when I'm like yawning when I'm streaming, I'm not sleepy. I'm just bored. That's kind of what I want, but we're gonna do another one here. Guess wish to save changes. Um, about 2 seconds out. Set everything back up again. So you have to change these with every single clip. I did. Hobo posted about it in the politics channel. Very sad. I've always liked Uncle Joe. I've not always agreed with Uncle Joe, but I've always liked Uncle Joe. For years and years and years and years and years, he was champion of bipartisan politics and got a lot of stuff done. Never been to that channel? Yeah, it's very much an echo chamber. We had one really conservative person weighed in, but they really just wanted to spout stuff they'd seen on Reddit and Twitter. They didn't really actually want to have a discussion. Which was unfortunate. I very quickly, I don't know if I kicked him or banned him, but I was just like, you're not going to sit here and just say stupid shit. If you want to have an actual political discussion, fine, but you clearly aren't interested in that, so go away. That's what I was looking for. Off a herky jerky. I don't know if that's probably just because I'm recording right now or streaming right now. Quite cool. Then let's do. This is where it gets challenging because it's like how many different. I like I don't know what happened. Like I remember a time when I could have a conversation with somebody pretty, much on the opposite end of the spectrum with me about politics, and we could have a rational, reasonable conversation. How it just, and it's both sides are just so entrenched. Like a lot of the videos that Hobo posts, I can't watch because they are just so nothing but the normal reactionary liberal talking points. They're not saying anything new. They're not saying anything original. They are just literally taking whatever the soundbite of the day was and applying the normal liberal response to it. And it's just as bad as what the right does with their normal responses. And I cannot. There's just no nuance, and nobody can have a discussion without just jumping on hammering at the same points over and over and over again. Nobody can get into the nuanced discussion anymore. I blame the internet for it. Because everybody, that's what gets views, is just shouting one thing over and over and over again until enough people agree with you. There's no actual discussion taking place. I kind of wish I didn't have the headlights turned on for that, but oh well. I wish I could also teach the camera that arc. Because now when I go into blend, it's not going to do. Yeah, see, it gets really close. It's just averaging out between them. And if I try to put one in the middle, it never works out right. Like, it just never looks right. If I try to smooth blend. So if I go, like, right there at about the midpoint and try to, like, adjust this to where I'd like it to be, then when I play it back, it's just very, see that like hesitation as it reached the midpoint? It doesn't look right. And then yeah, sometimes it'll do weird things like that. Every time I play it, it's gonna play this differently because it just doesn't know what to do with it. So if I get rid of that point and then go back and just average them out, that's fine. The only way around that really would be to go on here and pull back a little bit, and that will make it a little better, but it's still not perfect. I don't listen to any news anymore. I used to turn to NPR for a lot of stuff, but man, even they have just I don't know. I can only read so many headlines with the orangutan in chief's name in it before I'm just like, I just don't want to hear about it anymore today. They annoy me. I don't want to hear about that person. By the way, I do refer to our current president as they, them. Very much my own little subtle political statement. So when I say they, I am very much referring to that asshat, but intentionally not respecting their chosen pronouns. I think we need like a straight on shot, but those headlights are really glaring. Maybe we just come up a little bit. Oh, I love the reflection of the tree. That's quite nice. Okay, can I get this? Oh, you know what? I know what we're doing with this shot. Okay, this is gonna be where it ends. So go out to 2232. I mean, if that's what somebody has as the pronouns they wish to be referred to, that's fine. But the it thing goes back so long and is so loaded with just literally dehumanizing a transgender person that I just can't get behind that. Okay, we gotta change the depth of field here. That's we're up so close it doesn't know what to do. Oof, are we even gonna be able to get this in focus this close? It's gonna look really cool if I can. Can I do it? Oh, it is customatic. What if I bring this down to like less than a meter? Will that work? Click, 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 click. So slow. You know, I'm going to continue going to protests and all of that. I will continue contacting my elected officials, though in my state they don't give two shits what I think. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, that's good. Um, and I will continue volunteering time for campaigns that I believe in, but I don't know. I used to try to engage with people and have conversations, even to change my own, because I used to be a very conservative person. Very, 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 until, you know, some friends that I respect, we had different conversations and I listened and, they were able to influence me. I influenced them on some things. And I wound up, becoming a raging liberal instead. But It just doesn't seem like that's possible for either side to engage in any intellectually honest debate. Well, for me, a lot of my conservatism was wrapped up in my religious views. So it was very much the moral panic of the right, or that the right espouses. To this day, they still do. They just rebrand it constantly, but it's still just moral panic. Um, and that's I'm not proud of it, but I used to go stand outside abortion clinics and shout horrible things at women who were going in to make very difficult decisions. I thought that was the right thing to do. I thought Jesus loved me more for doing that. But my conservatism was so wrapped up in my faith and in the morals, and not really a whole lot to do with like foreign policy or economics or anything at all. I like that shot a lot. That was good. Yeah, I like that a lot. I actually watch a lot of car review, good car review channels, not like Redline reviews where the dude just talks breathlessly and says the same thing in every video about every car. And literally does the exact same walk around shots of every car. No, like Throttle House, Top Gear, Grand Tour, older days when they still did car car stuff. Um, just really good, well produced car videos. Just kind of paying attention to how they film cars. Granted, I can't do a lot of it in GTA with the effects and all that. It's just not possible. But some of the panning shots are what I've picked up. It really annoys me that the wheels do that. Some cars, I don't know if it has to do with where they're parked or where I am in relation to them, that there's just nothing I can do about it other than try to pick different footage and hope it doesn't do it. Was everyone on YouTube using the stupid arms wide open stance in the thumbnails? I don't know. I don't ever go to the YouTube homepage. I only ever click on my subscriptions feed. I don't know the last time I looked at the YouTube homepage because it never has anything I want to watch. That or it has videos I was into like 3 years ago. It's one of the two. It's just like, here, watch all this stuff you've seen before, or here's a bunch of horrible stuff that you would never want to watch. YouTube's homepage has I what was the last time YouTube's homepage actually helped me find a new YouTube channel? 5 or more years ago, probably with Big Clive. Yeah. Or maybe it was My Mechanics, around the same times. Uh See, I have a lot of channels I subscribe to, mostly car and tech stuff. Okay, well that's the end of that clip because I go running by and that just looks silly. But now I can get some rear shots because I will be. Oh wait, am I at the side of the car? Is this to get the interior shot? I gotta stand really close to the car in order to get the gauges to appear inside the car. Yeah, this is. Which I know just sounds really strange, but the game just doesn't bother rendering them unless there's somebody standing really close to the car. Tasting history? Tasting history? Like, did things taste different in different points in history? I'm confused. That was tasting history. See, even here with me sitting here, it's still not. He does history, but in the context of recipes and foods. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can tell that it's still not properly rendering. Oh no, wait, is it? This should say radio off on the radio screen, but it doesn't. The filter has always had an incredibly detailed interior for as old of a car as it is in GTA. Oh, it does say off up in the top left corner. I didn't see that. Whoop. Get the slide up just right. It does crack me up though, because I can tell that somehow YouTube or Chrome and Discord or YouTube and Discord, somewhere there is some data sharing going on. Because my right hand recommended video list is trains and boats and airplanes. And I'm like, thanks, Hobo. Thanks. I don't ever click on the things that Hobo posts. I mean, I'm just not into trains and boats. And I don't like ocean liner designs. I find that guy to be a little weird. Uh, he kind of creeps me out with his little outfits. Um, I don't know why. He just does. Seems like a knowledgeable lad, but I just can't do it. I think. Yeah, he does come across as a little pretentious to me. Like there's a bit, and then there's I don't know. I just can't get into him. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I just don't. I can't. I've tried watching his videos. I can't. I just after a minute or two, I'm like, yep, that's enough for you. Bye. Which is why I'm glad there's so many different things on YouTube. But I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I really don't. Kyle from Out of Spec. Wait, is that a tech channel? Is Bitwit changed his name again? 1551. Oh yeah, I've never heard of it. Not really happy with this angle. I'd kind of like to have photographer in it a little bit more, but I want to get exhaust. What will this look like if I blend those two together? I guess that kind of does the point. Shows that there's a photographer up there taking pictures of the car and then pans into the exhaust. Yeah, it works. Question is, have I moved yet? I am moving. So now I can start getting some rear shots. Where am I? There I am, right there. Cool. I just don't like to have my character in a bunch of the shots. I don't know why. Like, I don't care if Donkey and Hobo and everybody else is in the shots. For some reason, I just don't want my character in there. 2232. Come on. There it is. It's not about the character. Yeah, it's not. It's about the cars. Ooh, can I make that work? That would be cool if this could end up on the badging on the back really tight from that shot. I don't think it's going to work, though. I think it's going to clip through the car. Oh, no. It actually worked. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I'm surprised that didn't clip into the car. I think mainly I don't like having my character in the shots because my character doesn't do anything but stand there. Like Donkey, like I'm sure if where is he? I don't even see. Oh, there he is. He's over there standing there, right there. Like if we watch, he'll eventually start doing something again. But he'll wander off and look like he's looking at another car. I guess at this point he just wanted to stand next to us. Which, by the way, oh my gosh, that car looks amazing. He did a good job on designing that car. Holy cow, that thing looks good. Take a closer look at it. Donkey comes up with some really good designs. Like I don't know if these are all like his original thoughts or if he's like looking at things on the internet for inspiration or what. But my God, he comes up with some good. You do not like that car one bit. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. I also like Hobo's Schwarzer over here. I think it turned out really nice. I think this is Hobo's. Yes, it's Hobo's. I think this car turned out really well. Oh, I like open air roasters like that. I would never own one just because they're impracticality. You gotta wear goggles while driving a car. No thanks. What I do love, I'm happy that they exist. I see Hobo's car looks this is really well done too. Very clean, yet very sporty. Oops. Hello, can I have my UI back? Thanks. That was weird. All right, where was I? There is a car of donkeys that I'm gonna do like a editor interruption of. Um, to be like, I've got to stop and talk about Jack's car because it's amazing. I want something from. Oh wait, this is where I can. Oh, but now I'm even farther away. I'm like over there, aren't I? You gotta keep doing that. Where am I? Yes, I'm hiding in the corner like a creeper. How far away can I get? That far away. Because what I want to establish this car is to start up, but I really wanted to come down the aisle to the cars, but I'm just too far away. I'm gonna have to. Hopefully, I walk down farther away at one point. That's what I really, 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 really want. All right, let's get a good. Actually, I could do kind of like the reverse of that though. If I do like this gets the whole scene in there. But I'm gonna have to manually set depth field. Another ad break. Hooray! Oh wow, you're back before it says the ad break's over. Nice. Welcome back. So okay, so if we start here, go to 2942. I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of YouTube anymore. I watch some live streams. I love City Planner plays live streams just because he gets off on just random uh tangents about things and it cracks me up. Um Plus he is just a good dude. Like he's just a good person. Just but watching play probably just about anything. I don't like the way. Oops. I watch when I watch stuff. It's Hulu or Disney Plus or HBO. Those are the three I have right now. Um, and then I never get through an entire episode at once. I'll watch like 20 minutes at a time. and then get bored and go do something else. Usually edit videos or apply for jobs. I don't like how there's not gonna be a lot I can do about that though. I don't like what the depth of field does right there. I wonder since how did that do it? Did that fix it? Nope. Like, yeah, I picked up Hulu again. Well, actually, I added it to HBO. I did the HBO Hulu Disney bundle. Um, I picked up Hulu, which I wanted, but I also wanted to keep HBO because I'm still working my way through a couple series on there. Um, but the final season of Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, and there's no way I cannot watch that. That show is though it's so weird how that show went from like here's what could be like an alternate history or an alternate future that would never happen in the United States because we're a democracy and we have guardrails against such things. And now it's like slowly beginning to happen. It's scary how accurate some of it has been. We need a couple other really good shots on this car. Where do we want to get them from? It gets after about the fourth or fifth car, it gets really challenging to come up with new shots. I'm like, I've done it all already. But I kind of like just the way the light and the reflections are playing right here. So we're just gonna do like a static shot here. Plus with the exhaust coming out. Oh yeah. That's good. That's good. I dig that. All right. So when do I move? I want to go to where I move and see if I can get the shot I want. Aha ha ha. Perfect. Okay. Is that as far down as I go? Yeah, okay. All right, that's fine. Oh, excuse me. Damn. So I'm going to end about there. So I'm going to go back to 30, 45. Normally I don't do them backwards like this, but I wanted to make sure it's as far away as possible. I had exactly what I needed for a number, and then I bumped it. Right, there it is. Cool. So, will this give me the shot I want? For this one, I want a little bit more shake than I normally have. Change the microphone and change our depth of field. To library shot paths. I should. If that were only a thing that I could make in this game, that would be wonderful. All right. So now I need to change same values on this marker. Camera, free camera, shake for. Hey, Zerdum, what's up? How's it going? What did I do? 30, 50. I did 50 on that one. Okay. And then audio. That's say your name right. Zerdum? Zerterm? I don't know. Yeah, that would require being organized enough to write them down, though. And then remembering where I wrote them down or what file I stored them in. All that good stuff. So I'm not gonna be able to get. Oh, I am gonna be able to get right up on it. Oh my god. Ah, CPP viewer. Welcome to an incredibly boring stream of me
I'd gladly watch a minute of that.
taking footage
Every
or
time.
creating footage for another video. I'm literally just using Rockstar Editor in GTA. Thank you for the follow as well. I knew I recognized the name. I'm really bad at remembering where I saw a name from. We were just talking about City Planner Plays just a few moments ago. Just how he's like one of the few content creators I even watch these days. He's just an overall good dude. Like, I don't even play City Skylines anymore. But GTA isn't boring. It's not as bad with the hackers as it used to be. Because they added battle light. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is the shot I wanted right here. With Hobo just staring at the camera. I love it. That's Commander Hobo, our community admin. But it's not as bad with hackers as it used to be because they added battle eye. And that oh my gosh, that cut down on it. Like, I haven't seen a modder in a lobby since. Apparently they do still exist, but I've not encountered one. But I also only play in invite only lobbies, or quote unquote crew lobbies, where people that have joined my crew that I can then kick them from if I don't want them around. So I don't really run across it. Yes. That it needs to be longer. That needs to be a longer shot because that was a bit quick. But that is the shot I wanted. So let's go back to 25, 45. Oh, but then I get out of range. Crap. Where is the... okay. So that's going to be the longest I can have that be. So it's still really rapid, but I like that we go past all the cars and end right there on the car that's being featured. I like it. What I wonder, though, is should I raise this camera up a little bit to where... I mean, this is moving way too fast for this to be a person walking. But with it being up, at least it's kind of... But then we wind up really low when we get here, so I don't know that matters. But I kind of like that it changes elevation? Not really. The height of the camera a little bit. Yeah, I dig that. That's a good shot. But I've been doing I have GTA Online. I mean, I've got like an embarrassing... I wouldn't be surprised if it hasn't hit like 9,000 hours in that game. And you know, because of that, I have accumulated quite the car collection. And the last time I did a quote unquote garage tour showing off my car collection in GTA was 8 years ago, and it wasn't a very good series. I've learned so much more about making videos, and so I am making like the best garage tour series YouTube's ever seen. Granted, nobody will watch it because that's just the nature of my channel. The algorithm just never picks me up, but I'll know that I made the best one ever. And that will be enough. I will pay my bills on my hopes and dreams. I'm not sure that I really need any more shots for this car. Let's kind of get an idea here. I've still got like 2 more sets of clips, not 1 more set of clips. I don't think I need any more shots of this car. I think... Ooh, now that I look at it that way. It says I've got 2 minutes 22 seconds worth of stuff. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in this one. Let's go see what we have in the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4 in that one. Yeah, we do need more shots of this car. So we've got 9 total. So there's 3 more there, so 12. And I want to say that it's a good minute long that I have. Though 12 at 5 seconds each, that is a minute. And if I ever get the one shot that I really want, I'll get a couple more out of this, see what we can do here. Just so I have choices. We haven't done a rear to front pan around shot on this car. I'd like to do it from this side, but almost everything we've done is from that side. It's only because that's where the sun's coming from. But look, once again, we can channel our inner J.J. Abrams and get some lens flare. Yes. This is what we live for. To make it look like everything from Bad Robot. Isn't that what his company's called? Bad Robot? Something like that. What's J.J. Abrams doing these days? I haven't seen him in forever. Like, you used to see his name on everything, but then again, catalog of stuff that I watch has shrunk significantly. Like, I don't watch movies anymore. I couldn't tell you the name of a movie that has come out in the past probably 5 years, unless you count the Downton Abbey movie. And that's just because it was based on a TV show that I really liked. Yes, I loved Downton Abbey. You can laugh, you can make fun. I loved that show so freaking much. Minecraft movie? Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that, but not for me. I bet he was. I bet Minion really ate that one up. All right, let's go for an artsy style shot here. Let's get like just one bit of the car in here. So we get the badge, the benefactor badge. I know you guys can't really see it. It's right there behind where my webcam isn't. We'll get the name Feltzer, but then we'll be looking off into the distance. But we're gonna, there we go. Get some depth of field going so the distance is all blurry. Very artsy. And it's just gonna be another static shot. And then I think that'll be good for this car. Let's you liked it for him? Yeah, you know, that's a dad thing, you know. I don't have kids and I never will have kids. So I don't have to get roped into going to see kids movies. My nephew is grown. And during his childhood years, we lived 14 hours apart, so it wasn't like I got to spend a whole lot of childhood time with him. Wait, what was that? What happened there? Maybe go all the way back to the beginning. I thought I could go back just to the previous marker. Dang it. Man, them adding ray tracing to this game was the best thing they could have done. Just the level of freaking detail that it has added. I could just sit here and just look at all the reflections and shadows and the way the light is bouncing off of things. It's so pretty. I don't know what that weird cut was right there. And if they could make a 13-year-old game look this good just by adding in, you know, some modern graphics rendering toys, God, GTA 6 is going to be just a visual masterpiece. Like every GTA game that comes out just redefines like what can be done. And it always has. Like GTA 3 back in the day, you look at it now and you're like, wow, that thing's everybody looks blocky like they're from Minecraft, and you know, it's pretty simple, but man, like I remember playing it when it first came out and it just blew my mind. just what they had accomplished with that game. And they just keep raising the bar and raising the bar. But again, when you have Rockstar money as a game dev, you can do that. So I love that there's just like sounds like we're at a construction site. Trucks honking. They also keep kicking the can. You mean delaying games further and further? I'm fine with that. Excuse me. I'm totally fine with that. Take as long as you need to make the game as good as you can make it. I will wait patiently. I'm not cranky about it one bit. The only thing I'm cranky about is that despite the fact that they keep making statements that they realize that PC is an even bigger market than the consoles, that they still have the console first mindset. Um, and because of that, the new hotness, if I want to play it when it comes out, I'm gonna have to go buy a PlayStation. Behind me is an Xbox 360 that I bought for GT, basically so that I could play GTA 5. I don't own that many 360 games. I used to be a major console player, um, way back in the day. But once I was in college and really got into PC gaming, I know I just console just wasn't that important to me. But like for all my older consoles that are on the wall behind me here, um, I have dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of games for all of them. Um, yeah, I have the console things going on behind me. Hold on, let me see if I can find a photo for those who are not familiar. I'm gonna alt tab. It may do some strange things here for a moment. Surely I have a somewhat recent picture. Maybe not. I haven't really taken pictures of my setup in a while. I need to do a new uh, setup tour video. Gosh, I'm back 2023 and I haven't come across a picture of the consoles. I have the other parts of my office, but not the consoles. By the way, I can't see chat at the moment. Um, yeah, it's more of a picture of me than the consoles. A lot of pictures of my car. Strangely enough, there we go. That'll work. Let me bring that over here. Okay, GTA is not one bit happy with me at the moment. Oh, this is actually even a video. Perfect. Let me change the thing. Boop. Did that do it? I don't think that did it. OBS is not showing me anything. There we go. There it is. So yeah, I've got all the game consoles behind me. My computer's not there anymore. It's now way over here somewhere. But yeah, I've got the wall of consoles behind me. All the different consoles. Including going all the way back. There's an N64, and down there is an original SNES. And then my Wii, PlayStation something 4, 5, 5, 4. I don't know. And then the two Xboxes. Yes, I used to be a huge console gamer, and that is an original SNES. It still works as the one I got when I was just a wee lad. Yes, we know GTA that you're not being captured. All right, so if I hit that button, now we're back to capturing the game. Good, cool, awesome. Um, but yeah, console was my thing for a long, long, long time. Where is this footage I need? Seriously, where is it? Ah, here we go. It's gonna be down here. Um, That's it. What's this one? Okay. But yeah, like if I want to play GTA 6 when it comes out, I'm gonna have to spend $600 or $700 on a console. That's the only game I'm going to ever get for it. I might get Astrobot because it looks kind of cool. But you know that game's gonna be $100. And then when it comes on a PC, I'm just gonna buy it again. It's just if consoles hadn't gotten so expensive, I don't think I would be so worried about it. Did I really just stand pretty much in the same spot for all those clips? Play on the console until the PC version out. You know, I always say that's what I'm gonna do. Like with my Xbox One, like I got it. I forget why I got it now, honestly. But it was something that was gonna be exclusive. I don't remember what game it was. Or maybe it was because of something with GTA. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I bought it when I worked at Best Buy. I got a really good deal on it. It was like 150 $150 off the what do they call it? Xbox One X. Yeah. Um, and I was like, I'm gonna get it till this game, whatever it was, hits PC, and then I'm gonna sell it. And I don't know. I have a hard time getting rid of tech toys because they make a great set piece for me to never turn on my camera or ever stream hardly ever anymore. Yeah, whatever. At camera and then the car we are recording or looking at is right here. The Serrano. However, I'm going to throw up the Be Right Back screen because I need to run to the restroom real quick. So I will be right back. So long since I've streamed that I had to like stop and look to see where the button was to switch back to the scene. Before we do this, I need to do another thing. So we're going to save this as Serrano, not Serrano. And I'm going to hit save again just because I'm paranoid. I am the anti-fill. I save all the time. And then we're going to go to story mode. And then we're going to go back online. And then we're going to go into a race because the car that we're about to do, I've been trying to do like, for each of the garage tour videos to have something just unique about them. And so far that has gone to either recreating weird commercials from the 90s, actual car commercials, but doing them in game, or just coming up with my own. And this one is one where I came up with my own commercial. And I need a couple exterior shots of the location that we were at. However, ads are starting in 50 seconds, so I will wait for the ad break before we get into actually talking about what it is I'm doing. I'll use that opportunity to get a nice drink of water and give my voice a rest. I know there's a reason I didn't stream much anymore. My voice just can't handle it anymore. 2 hours and I'm done. All right, so we've got ads coming in, so I'm gonna just chill. Let's do. What can we do? Well, I've been having a lot of trouble with my voice in general. What can we, do for a minute and a half? We'll just show you. See, it told me the ads were about to start, but now there's not a banner there telling me the ads are in progress. Now, I don't know. Are ads running right now? Or was Twitch just lying to me when it said ads are started in 10 seconds? No ad yet. Freaking. Alright, fine. Nope, my tabs. So for a lot of these sets that we record in, I actually make a race because you can plop down prop cars and other bits of scenery, control the time of day and the weather and all of that. And it just makes it kind of handy to be able to do it that way. There we go. There's the ad break. So we'll sit here on the start screen for a minute while we wait on the ads to play out. Yep, now it popped up the banner telling me that there's ads. "45 more seconds to go." Just checking the weather on my phone. It's been storming a lot in the evenings here, and we lose power almost every evening because I live in Arkansas, and they apparently don't understand how to do tree trimming to prevent uh to prevent uh trees falling on the power lines every time the wind gets above a gentle breeze. It sucks. 10 more seconds and the ads are over according to Twitch, though Raisin says that they're over now. So yeah, I use races because they allow me to set down props, control traffic, whether I want it on or off. It lets me set the time of day. It lets me set the weather. So a lot of the footage that I have for garage tours, whoa, my wheel is not touching the ground, was actually recorded in a race. So when we go down here, a lot of the cars are going to be exactly the same as what we saw a moment ago, except for the ones that were provided by players. But yeah, all those cars pretty much the same. I think they've got moved around a little bit, but yeah, I just wanted it to look like a car dealer because this is a car dealer. And I also want to check out something. I read something online just today that occasionally you can actually see cars in the showroom, but it looks to me like, yeah, all the windows are either have curtains or an ad in front of them. So maybe they were talking about, they must have been talking about the advertisements. But I don't see any window that doesn't have curtains. Well, something that I read online said that you could see cars in there, but that the windows are so dark that you can barely see them. All right, so what I need to do is go like across the street here and just get a little bit of footage. I need. It's gonna be tough to even get like the camera in where I need it to be, though. I need like an establishing shot because I wrote a script for a parody commercial for the Gallivanter benefactor, the benefactor Gallivanter of West Vinewood.
It's a raw vegetable app, a raw vegetable entree, and some kind of vegetable dessert.
And there's an NPC talking about raw vegetables. Interesting.
Straight out of the earth.
It's all.
Way to eat.
Who are you, dude? Yeah, okay, never mind. That looks about right. The NPCs have some of the funniest phone calls.
But things seem to be going okay, I guess.
I don't know how long I need, how much footage I actually need.
Honestly, I don't
Probably not this long. But I'm going to use it twice.
call me again.
Probably. I was hoping there'd be like a phone number. I wish there were street signs in GTA. Because like I'm on this is Los Lagunas Boulevard. And then this is Spanish Ave right here. I only know that because I looked it up for the video. But maybe it isn't. Maybe the other one's Spanish. Maybe this is Los Lagunas. Okay, so this is Los Lagunas. So this is Spanish Ave. Saw someone with shirts that I'm not an NPC. And they both said they're Los Lagunas Boulevard, so something's clearly wrong. But anyway, I got the footage I needed. Oh, you know what though? Maybe I didn't. Maybe we get just a little bit of that sign. What's on the other side of it? Good, just benefactor. Awesome. I'm just gonna go hug the building here. And that can be actually I'm not gonna hug the building, I'm gonna go back across the street. That can be the other shot. I can like have a good shot of the billboard maybe up there. I don't know where I need to be standing. I really need to just be standing in the middle of the street. That's going to cause a lot of people to honk the horns. Like a lot. And the other nice thing about using a race to record in Rockstar Editor, or Rockstar Editor in general, is like the mini map goes away, that timer goes away, that wrong way banner goes away. It's just not there. That information is not recorded.
Your car's great.
What car? I'm standing in the middle of the street. Oh my god, it's scary. Should be sufficient. I love that there's a bunch of benefactors driving by, aka Mercedes, as I'm recording outside the benefactor dealership. That makes me very happy. Alright, and then I can just finish the race or exit the job. But first, we gotta go in style. Excuse me. Now we can finish the race. A point-to-point race has to be 0.62 miles long. So they all just go in one direction, wherever 0.62 miles is, and then it ends. Which apparently is up at the top of the hill. Hey, I'm the winner. Oh, that's a cool shot. I love it when they go up over the off the ground. I'm first of one. If it was one of one, that would make me really exclusive. But first of one, not so much. Oh, the drift races are double money. Nice. Cool. That will get me the exterior shot that I need. I know it's nighttime, but I'm going to go back over to our little location that we were at earlier just to see if these Feltzers are out yet. I just really need just like 2 seconds of a bunch of Feltzers driving by. Like we just had a minute ago with Shafters and Dubstas. Love this car. Such a good car. It's just so much fun to drive. Oh, got SUV'd. Granted, I was driving in oncoming traffic, but I'm still going to blame that on the SUV. Whenever you want to watch some good videos about GTA, just look for the ones where people try to play GTA without breaking any laws, including obeying all traffic laws. They get chaotic pretty quick. That sounds silly. But it's pretty funny. One thing that I would still like to do with the GTA stream one day is there's a plugin for Twitch chat that basically mods GTA. Whoops. And you can spend channel points or real world money if you prefer, either way, and cause things to happen in the game while I played it. Oh my gosh, those get chaotic too. I'm gonna bump these clips in. I don't think I really need both of them, but we're gonna focus on two different things. I don't think I need to pan or anything like that. I need to find music for this. Like I need something that says classy. Oh, actually, I'm not gonna have a camera shake on this one. But I don't want to use classical music. Because the whole thing is just a parody of like a Mercedes commercial that's just like, ooh, you're buying status. You know, just it's not a car. It's overcoming your sense of self-worth. You know, just jokes like that. So I need like some sort of like really glitzy, glamorous sounding music that will work, but I just don't want to use, you know, since it's benefactor that we're focusing on, I'm gonna make the benefactor the focal point. So let's go right about, I'm gonna be able to see the cars over to the left. See the person play called some Twitch integration. I think Call to the Lamb just has Twitch integration. But the plugin that I'm talking about is called Control, because it gives the viewers control. Channel points. City Pointer Plays did one once with Stardew Valley, and I killed him. But he couldn't believe it was me. He's like, "How could you?" I like that the reflections of the cars driving by are there. You remember that clip? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I did make a clip of that. All right, so that'll be for the first part of the video, and then, or the first part of the segment, and then when I get to, oh, you know what I need to do, and I need to do it on a lot of them. I mentioned this earlier and then never did it. I need to add vignettes to all these clips. I think it just makes it look a little bit better. It's very subtle, very, very subtle. Like, even at its max, it doesn't really get super dark. Okay, maybe it does. I guess I've never cranked it up that high. But if anything's going to have vignette, it's going to be this particular section of the video. So I can copy that. And then hopefully remember go paste it. Whoops. Later. Now I need to try to get... That's what I was afraid of. I'm too far away. That tree is blocking my view. I want to be able to see the street, the tree, and the billboard all at once. So I don't know that this clip is going to be the one that does it. Where do I move to? Do I ever go back across the street? I think I do. This one where I go stand in the middle of the street? If not, we'll put that one up. Apparently this is not the one where I go stand in the middle of the street. Okay. So let's go find that one. There it is. There's one where I stand in the middle of the street. Cool. So go back to effects, and now I can paste that vignette in. I can add it in all the others as well. Change my audio back. Oops. Press all the buttons except the right one. And now can I get what I want here? I think this will work. I wish that light pole weren't there. Oh, you know what? All right, bear with me. I am going to spend an absurd amount of time, not really a lot of time, but I am going to spend time getting rid of the light pole because I can now. Because the race editor allows you to remove them. Just gonna have to go to story mode, then go online, then go to job creator. Oh man. So back online, back to an invite lobby. Probably we haven't heard from Sparing Donkey. He was gonna play with me today, but then he never got on. And he's wanted me to stream the creation of one of these for a long time. Felchers? Felchers? You gotta go to bed? All right. I'm gonna be wrapping up here pretty soon. Probably after I get this light pull out of here because my voice is just about done. It's kind of sad. I used to be able to do 4 and 6 hour streams, and I just can't anymore. So, but thanks for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. I want to try to stream more. I don't know. Yeah, this is only gonna take a minute. I'm just gonna get rid of this light bulb, which is easy. I just gotta load up the race. And load creation. Nope, not published. Saved, and that was the benefactor prop scene. It will zoom in to that race right over here. And then I just need to go to placements, I think. Yeah, and fixture remover. And it is... Where are we? Where? There it is. Just had to keep my bearings. Right there. I can get rid of that one. So I'm just going to get rid of both of them, I think. I'm going to get rid of that one too while I'm at it, just in case. Yeah, because with those gone, then I'll be able to not get a nice clean shot in there. So And then we turn preview. It shows that they're gone. You try to find your way around. And then I just have to save it. And it gets overwritten. I don't have to rerun it because I didn't really change the race itself. So I don't have to test it before I can save it. And then I can exit back to story mode. Don't want to quit the GTA Online because that'll put me in a public lobby with a bunch of random people. And random people smell bad.
Oh, fuck.
Michael, okay. Dropping the F-bombs, man. And then it's going to go back into the race real quick. And then there won't be light poles. And then I'm going to be done. I'm also just out of ideas for camera shots. I can only get like usually 2 or 3 cars done. And then I'm just like, got to step away from it the rest of the day. And then the next time I go in, I have a whole new set of shots to use. Mainly because I'm probably going to go watch a bunch of Throttle House after this. And they have been a great source of inspiration. Love Throttle House. If you're into cars, check out Throttle House. This right here. Get out. An aging wheels vid watch. And dun, 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 light poles are gone. So if I stand right about here. Whoa! I don't know how well you heard that conversation or not, but my God, that was a good one. You didn't hear it? The first thing I heard, she's like, well, how come you're not going to send me one back? I sent you a picture of my big old titties. Well, why did you think it was a picture of puppies? Yeah, no, I said a picture of my puppies. I meant my titties. Oh my God. It's just the stuff that the NPCs say. And every update, I swear they add new stuff. Because I've been playing this game for an absurd number of hours in my life. It adds up to like over a year. Like well over a year total. Like if I played 24/7, no joke, a year. And I still hear them say new things. There's no way there was that many originally. They have to add new stuff every update. Put you a picture of my big old titties. Oh, whoops. Whoop. We're going to go through the finish line in a spin there. That was cool. You didn't really get to see it because the camera was like, I don't know where he is. Yo, that is me going to be done for tonight. Whoosh. So, thanks for hanging out. Thanks again to Zerton for the follow. Appreciate you coming over from City Blender Plays and saying hello. Hopefully, I'll stream again in the near future. Again in the near future. I've been out of streaming for a while, and I need to get back into it. I do miss the interaction. But we're not going to raid. Not going to do anything like that. I am just going to bounce. So thanks for hanging out, everybody, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Or morning, or whatever it is where you are.